Hiya folks, welcome to the show. My name's the Gladding Gladiator, but you can call me Jake, and it's my mission to infodump about everything Disney animation on the internet.
And I'm Vicky. I have a Pride shirt that looks quite a lot like this, but with Pride on it, and a sassy shoulder.
I was waiting for it. If you didn't do it, I was going to kill you.
The sassy shoulder.
It will be the end of the series.
It's always there.
It's always present. And today we are watching The Owl House Season 1, Episode 18, Agony of a Witch, and Season 1, Episode 19, Young Blood, Old Souls.
Ooh, double dip.
Yep, 2-part season finale.
I doobly doobly bop.
As of the time we're recording this, we are about 8 days away from The Owl House returning from its mid-season hiatus.
And how many days away from it will we be when the videos
I've
when they see?
no idea. Life is very crazy at the moment.
Yeah, same.
I was about to say, why don't we talk about our expectations, but it's your expectations because I already know what my expectations are because I've already seen the episode, so I know what I'm expecting.
You're not expecting it though. You know it's there. Like, you just know. That's why we call this show Vicky Doesn't Know.
This is the season finale of The Owl House. Just like, think about it, just like, everything we've been building up to. All the things happening to people in the future.
In the places.
Yeah.
With the whatsits and the doodads.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh.
All the legally delicious snacks we've had along the way.
All the wanted poster moments.
Yeah, just all of it has been building up to this. Do you want to just get right into this, or do you want to keep talking? Do you want to delay the inevitable?
Do you? You sound like you do. I don't know what the inevitable is.
They know what the inevitable is, and
They
the
do.
inevitable, it's inevitable.
You always do this. You always sit me here and you go, ooh, they know what's coming. You know what's coming. I know what's coming. Ooh, we know what's coming. And I'm sat there like, I know. I know.
Well, no, you don't know. That's the whole point of the show.
I know that you know what's coming. I know that they know what's coming. I know that you're all sitting there going, ooh.
If you want to see the full uncut reaction to these episodes, as well as all the ones we've done in the past and all the ones we'll do in the future, you can do so over on my Patreon. Alright, we have delayed long enough.
We have. It's time.
It is time.
It's time.
It is time for The Owl House, Season 1, Episode 18, Agony of a Witch. In 3, 2, 1.
Prison? Oh my gosh. Explosions. Oh, there she is.
Ooh.
This is very pretty.
The day of unity is fast approaching.
This is
and
like...
other teams have found many rogue witches to come.
Why is this giving me a combination of
It gives you whiplash because the opening is so different from any other episode.
everything else? It gives me like a combination of Lord of the Rings and Undertale in aesthetics. That was such a trip, just the going from that aesthetic to just...
Yeah.
Feels like I've just changed different shows.
I mean, they don't know the intro changes in Season 2.
Stop it! Dad.
Last time, we've got to harmonise. That was awful.
It was.
But, I'm keeping it in.
It works.
Keeping it in because we acknowledge our mistakes on this channel.
Did something good.
Hootie. You're a thorn in my side. But you always dig your way into my heart.
Oh,
Mine
that's
too.
nice.
Every witch worth their salt has a cloak made from this stuff.
I'm worth salt. I want cloak.
Easy, kid. The Emperor's goons at my doorstep. I need this for protection.
Oh. Good. Yesterday was Grom.
Yeah, we've already established the elixir isn't working.
Oh. Sigh.
Hey,
Lord.
your gem. It's still dark.
No, it's not. You're nuts.
The curse has been getting worse and you've been hiding it.
You're right. It's taking more elixir.
How did they never speak about this before?
Well, Luz has been very busy with school and, potential feelings.
Hey, don't worry. I just have to limit my magic use a little.
Solution.
Stay out of with your knees, not.
Ah, what a good kid. So considerate. She deserves something nice. And I think I know what.
Oh, that's cute.
You ready for the field trip of a lifetime to the one, the only Emperor's Castle?
Great, good idea.
No, it's...
And the Oracle Sphere. It shows you which path will help you become your best self.
Oh, his voice has changed.
Savage Ages. It is said to cure the
Oh boy,
deadliest diseases
he's so right.
and heal any curse. Yeah,
Ooh.
you can't miss this.
No, oh, she's gonna have a wanted poster moment with
Yeah,
their
but it's
feelings
gonna be a
cursed.
necessary wanted poster moment.
It's gonna be.
Are you just
one of-
malfunctioning right now?
Oh no.
It's a shame Amity could make it. She would love this trip.
Oh.
Shut up.
The Emperor's assistant will be your tour guide. Please don't make me regret taking you here.
That's every school teacher on every field trip ever.
Children of Hexon.
Although sometimes.
Oh my god. I've never noticed how Luz has to keep her cowl up the entire time.
Oh yeah.
I need a new chair. This one will not stop making noise.
You said that, and I got this plastic.
Yeah, but it doesn't make any noise when you move slightly.
Witches and
Yeah, but
demons
it
practiced
hurts.
wild
Well.
magic during what we call the Savage Ages. Witches had access to corrupt knowledge, and that dishonored the Titan. That was until our great Emperor ascended to the throne and taught witches how to use magic properly.
But he.
Oh.
Me a properly ventilated.
Stop looking in the vents, Luce. Stop it.
She needs to vent though. She needs to vent her frustrations.
That was a wanted poster moment.
Yeah.
For sure. That could have turned into a full-blown wanted poster moment. It was just a.
Well, I mean, Gus and Willow get their own wanted poster moments right now.
Oh no!
Come along, children.
Don't do it. No.
Let's go, Luke.
Good.
She's on her way to see the Emperor himself. Let's all wish her luck. Good luck, Miss Lilith.
Oh.
Thank you, students. Good luck with puberty.
Such a dig at some kids. Every time a 13-year-old
Well, I
shouts at
mean,
me in the street,
as we've learned, puberty is the craziest coaster of them all.
I mean, see, the thing is with the 13-year-olds in the UK is that they'll just yell at you for no reason. I think the next time that happens to me, I'm going to be like, good luck with puberty! Usually I just say, shouldn't you be doing homework right now? But
I am at your service, Emperor Velos.
Just a moment, Lilith.
That was a palisman.
You do know what happens to covenantless witches, don't you?
they become like their sisters.
I will not fail.
God, this became very intense very suddenly.
Well, she always had a good heart, but was impatient.
Yes.
I think she's finally growing up.
I feel like that's her affinity with Luce. She loves like the messy. What's the what was it she said?
Guys,
Unwavering confidence.
you were brave.
Yeah, misplaced confidence.
A misplaced confidence.
You can't steal this hat, but you can borrow it. Hey, I wanted to say that.
Oh, it's a nice little
Can
friendship
borrow
wanted
it.
poster moment now.
Aww. Oh, look at that long boy. What?
I can feel the magic flowing. Me too. Finally.
Wanted poster moments.
Kids.
You're always your best self.
Oh. Aww.
We can cure Ida and get this hat back before anyone knows it's gone. We need to go now.
What's Ida's weakness? She has no attachment, no friends. Think!
Yeah, but she does, and she does.
Let's go.
Oh, goodness. Oh.
It isn't Ida's human pet.
How did you not recognize her?
Well, no, because she hid in the hallway earlier.
Oh, right. I thought she was just like.
See, they're literally willing to break the highest laws for each other. That's how close they are now.
If you want to see your friend again, deliver this to Adolin.
Ida, we have some bad news.
Oh, heck.
Oh, it's coming. It's coming.
Aw.
And this is still only part 1.
I see that you got my invitation to a witch's duel.
She's like, I ain't interested.
The human is safe. You can have her back, provided you do as I say.
You've always looked down on me because I'm wild, but fortunately, that just made me work harder than you.
Oh. Look at him! Look how big Alvin is!
Look at this animation,
Look how
though!
big he
This
got.
animation, though.
So good. Oh. They're going zip, 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 zip.
Zip, zip, zip,
Like
zip.
2 flies in a room on a summer's day.
Yep.
Oh my god. Ooh. Isn't she getting bored? Of being in a bubble?
This is a very serious moment, Vicky.
I have to make fun before that. Oh yes, go. Oh.
It's sad to see you slowing down, sister. Tell me, is it the curse?
Ooh. You say something about the curse, and Curse is like, yes. Nice.
You
Bubble work
always
like
thought
real
you were
bubble.
better than me, that I could never beat you in anything. I am better than you.
You're the one who cursed me, aren't you? Who are you?
You shouldn't even be here. You're a wanted criminal. Unless... Don't be afraid, sister. Soon you won't be a danger to those around you.
Somebody gave it to me. I don't know who, and I don't care because I'm fine, alright?
Oh, Adolin, not only is the curse affecting your hair, but your memory as well. And why were you so easy to curse?
Oh, oh, oh. Whoa. That's bad. Fair enough.
That orb was for your protection.
Ida, stop!
Just give him a minute. Ah!
Alright, kid. Listen to me. I'm going away, and I don't know if I can bounce back this time. Watch over King. Remember to feed Hootie.
Please, no!
And Luz, thank you for being in my life.
Oh, she would zip. Whoa. Oh. Oh, Albert.
Ida.
Adolin is finally with her family. Her real family. Go back to your world. This one is ours.
That was nasty. Oh.
Where's Ida?
Oh. Okay, Disney. Okay, we see you. Alright. Okay. What are you doing that for? What are you doing that for? I've lost words. I'm lost for words.
I love how the fact you're reacting exactly how I usually react when watching episodes. I have succeeded. I have gotten you so into this show.
I hate that you've turned me into the sort of person who goes, they don't know what's coming. Like, I know I would, like, if I show this to somebody, I'll be like, oh, you don't know what's coming. I know that you cursed me. My own sister. That's rough.
Shall we,
That's rough.
Speaking of that, let's address the elephant in the room, shall we?
That's some... Don't you talk about Nelly, do we?
Hmm?
About Nelly?
So, So you.
That's some rough family
Every time I have acted so. Every time Lilith has been on screen and mentioned Ida's curse. You might have noticed.
She'd know about it.
You might have noticed every time it got brought up and we had a little hot chocolate. I would just.
Yeah, I do notice that because sometimes you spill it.
So, what are your thoughts?
My thoughts are I need a better catchphrase than if I'm going to be showing this to people. But also, that's rough, man. That's some rough family history.
Mm-hmm.
That's rough. I thought she just knew, like she read some files or something, but for some reason she was like, I must curse my own sister. Great. I feel like it's gonna be a propaganda thing. Like when she was younger, she's trying to like impress the like emperor and everybody like that. So she's like, oh, I want to do whatever I can to be like the best. And then the emperor's like, you must curse your sister or do something. And then she's like, I will curse my sister. And then she gets older and she's like, too late to turn back now.
So things happen. So, let's first talk about, everything that went on at the Owl House with Ida making the witch's cloak for Luce.
Yeah.
Deciding to sacrifice the thing that could have saved her.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Because that's how much she cares about Luce at this point.
She's just like, as a good kid, I'll give her something nice.
Mm.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah.
But it also, I think it's one of those things that it's like, she's not just sacrificing something that could have helped her. She has a very, like, she's avoiding it sort of personality. So she's sort of like, if I just pretend it's not happening, then it doesn't matter. And then she's like, I can make this thing for Luce. It doesn't matter. I don't need it. Oh, anyway, yeah. Oh, you're worried about me and the curse. Let me just make your face look like it's smiling, and then I won't have to think about it. And honestly, I relate. Luce saying like, "Be careful," and I could hear she saying, "And don't lift with your knees, lift with your back."
No, how about the stay out of the sun?
Stay out of the sun.
Alright,
That's so cute.
So the kids took a bit of a field trip, didn't they?
They did, and we saw them pick things up and then put them down again.
Gus and Willow literally
I could talk about
going
Gus and Willow
against
forever.
like essentially treason. This is treason
Yeah.
for this friend they've known for like less than a month.
That's what happens when you make friends with somebody.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Yeah,
like,
you just
would you
decide
would
to-
you commit treason for me?
Yeah, no. PSA, don't actually commit crimes. We're not condoning committing crimes. Anyway.
Yes, I was about to say if like you asked me to commit treason for you, I would very deeply consider it.
That means a lot.
So that all went down.
It-
That so and all right, but in between all that,
yeah.
we finally
Yeah.
met Emperor Bellows.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
Did we actually though?
We did.
That's the emperor.
Yes.
Like there's no other emperor.
No, that's Emperor Bellows.
That's the one. That's the real G.
Mm-hmm.
There's no other.
Yep. Not what you were expecting.
No, that's true. I was expecting.
I mean, we've done this entire season talking about how the show, uses your expectations against
Yeah.
you.
But then it does it to the point where there's like a point in this series where it uses your expectations against you, and then when you expect the unexpected, it gives you back to like, here's what you could expect, and you're like, you got me twice. You doubled down on it. Nice one. A double agent of getting back at me. That was good.
The vibes, like just how the series in like just that one episode,
Yeah.
we've gone from like this cute little coming of age fantasy story to this. It's horror.
Yeah.
I said horror
it's
because I know
thriller,
what's coming.
it's
You
thriller.
don't know what's coming up in the future of this series.
Is there gonna be jump scares?
Quite a lot of like body
So not jump scares. Body
There's,
horror.
yes, body horror. There
Okay.
will be quite a few jump scares, but I mean we'll have to wait for
Alright.
those, won't we?
I mean, what I do like about this is like it goes to something in my heart because it has a lot of like aesthetics that are similar to things like Undertale, and I love Undertale, and it's one of those things that you say Undertale to people and they're like, oh, nostalgia, and cute feelings, and it's nice. But then you get to like the part towards like the end of the game. I'm sorry, I don't want to spoil the game for you, but like you get towards the part of the end of the game, a lot of the aesthetics are very similar to that, and like the lore kind of thing, and how it's crafted so so well.
When you get to the end, you rewatch everything from the beginning with this new context.
Yeah, I do that a lot.
Because it's like, the thing is, it's just like, you know, knowing Lilith is the one that cursed Ida.
Yeah.
Let's go back to Once Upon a Swap.
Yeah.
When she captured Luce as Ida in the thing.
Yeah.
And started talking about, oh, just like now you can stop being a danger to everyone around you. It was your fault!
Yeah. You deep. Like, okay, but I like a show that can do that for you, where you can finish the series and be like, oh my god, things happen, and then you can go back and watch it again, and you can see all the things that they've laced in there, and like see the different bits and pieces. A lot of the things that I really like watching that are really well crafted do that kind of thing. When you'll notice it, like, am I allowed one Doctor Who reference?
One.
They do, okay, it's not a reference as such, but they do it quite a lot in that show, where to the point where it's almost a decade later for a lot of these series that I'm watching. So almost 2 for some of them, and I'm going back and watching stuff again and being like, oh my gosh, I never noticed that. Like, they used it like years later for something, and they trace the lines back and forth, and I love a show that can do that, because then you can enjoy it a whole other time without watching, like, feeling like you're watching the same thing.
I mean, well, that's the other half of this, because I've been showing you the Owl House, but I've also been rewatching the Owl House, and re-experiencing all those things in a new context.
I feel like it's another one. I feel like it's a.
But I have been able to, I haven't been able to explain all that context until now.
Yeah, but I feel like there's also going to be things about this that, even in a few years, you're going to watch it again. You'll be like, whoa! In the years that I've watched this, I'd never noticed this.
Like this episode alone, I didn't notice that when Luce goes to visit the Emperor's castle, palace, I've forgotten, she has to have her hood up to cover her ears.
Yeah. And some of these things are more obvious, and some of the things are less obvious. But the more you watch them, the more you find them, and that's really cool. Yeah, I like a show that thinks, and it shows that it's really well crafted and put together.
Yeah, and it's also all right, that fight scene.
Whoa!
What?
Some good animation, man.
Good animation, stunning music. Oh, the voice acting, the writing. Oh, everything about that scene is flawless.
It was so good.
It's flawless.
None of it kind of felt out of place, and none of it felt, again. I mean, they do the thing where they, like, your expectations are. You expect the unexpected, and then they give you the expected again.
But, like, we've seen them do it before, but not like this.
Not like this. This just gives you a bit more kind of
idea. Because everything was on the line for Ida.
Yeah.
And it's the fact that Lilith, like, oh god, it's so good. It's so just the way that, she knows how to manipulate the situation to get what she wants. And that stinger at the very end. Yeah. Whereas, she takes Ida away in the cursed farm and says, go back to your world, Ida's with her real family now. Oh! No.
What is that? That's creepy. If you have to drag your sister in a cursed form into a palace.
I mean, it's very keeping in line with what we know of Lilith at this point in the show.
But just, like, you have to first curse your sister, then steal her friend and almost kill her.
And then finally, that last scene where she returns to the empty Owl House. Just put yourselves in just like, because you're gonna watch the next episode right now. Yeah. We had to wait I was about to say a year. We had to wait a week for this one.
You sound like my mum talking about old shows when she was a kid.
Yeah.
We had to wait till the next week and we didn't have any trailers. You're like,
just
okay.
We had to wait a week to see what happened. Just like that image. Right. That image of Luce on the floor crying as King runs up to comfort her was the last thing we had for 7 whole days.
I did in that scene. The colours were very muted. Even when you're coming up towards like Hootie just like going about his daily business, like even then there's just slightly toned down a little bit, so much so that you might not completely notice, but it's just like it's sort of a normal scene, and then you're like, well, but there's something slightly off about the image here.
The very last thing before we move
Yeah.
on to the season finale is I'm just going to explain to you a little about what this meant. Because I've kind of alluded throughout this whole process about how, what we've been watching wasn't the creator's initial vision for the show.
Right.
They wanted something much more mature, like a PG-13 type thing.
Right.
They wanted the characters to be, like into their late teens, like 15, 16. They were much older.
Right.
In the original, like, pitch for the show, they were more, like, gritty, like, loose. She had a baseball bat with glyphs on it. That was her main weapon. Obviously, Disney weren't too thrilled about that whole thing. And they have this thing about, their main characters in their shows aren't allowed to be any older than 14 when the show first starts.
Right.
Which is why pretty much every single Disney protagonist is 13 or 14 years old.
Oh, right, okay.
So, yeah. This is the start, because obviously, basically they requested that she do just one season, mostly episodic, because that's
Right.
what most networks do, because then they can just rerun the first season out in any order. They don't have to, worry about, big overrunning story arcs like they do later on. So this episode was the first time we saw what Dana Terrace's original vision for the show
Right.
was.
Yeah. So this is the...
And I'm gonna
There's
tell.
a marked difference, and there's a lot of
Yeah.
elements to it.
Yeah. I'm just gonna tell you right now. Every single episode from now on is like that.
Oh, hell yeah.
Mm.
So basically there was a point where the creator was allowed to just
There was a
make
point.
their
Yeah.
own show.
Yeah. The point where they were allowed to finally
Where
make the
Disney
show
were
they
like,
wanted.
you know what, the gritty thing might be good,
Well, it was more just a case of, obviously, they did a bunch of episodes
Right.
that were more in line with what they wanted, so they had a bit more freedom to venture into those realms.
Right. So now
So it's
from here they're like
from here on,
you can carry on.
from here on, it's a lot more plot focused, a
Oh.
lot more like really just narrowing in on the character arcs. Like season 2 does an expert job at, without spoiling too much. It does such a great job at juggling so many storylines at once.
Oh,
And like
excited.
every single episode is either concluding or starting a new storyline.
Right.
It's phenomenal.
Oh.
But before that,
Yes.
getting way ahead of myself because we still have one more episode to watch.
Yeah. So do you mean I'm gonna be tracing the lines in this one again?
Oh yes.
Oh, we know how I feel about a show where I can trace the lines.
Mm-hmm. I don't think you have any thoughts going into this. You
No
just
thoughts, head empty.
you just want to see. You just
I
want
want
to
to
see.
know. I want to see it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, here we go.
It's time to see.
The Owl House, Season 1, Episode 19, Young Blood, Old Souls, the Season 1 finale. In 3, 2, 1.
Oh.
The Boiling Isles, born from the flesh and bones of a fallen titan. Emperor Belos has since retreated into his castle. There are whispers that say he's planning something big. I wonder if catching Ida was part of his big plan. What do you think, Luce?
So casual. And she's just having a bad time. Oh, she finished it.
It's up to. Because today I'm saving Ida.
Ah! She's got a cape on.
No intro.
She don't need no introduction. Oh, a weapons room.
Ida used powers to
You
save
can't
me
roll
and got caught
that.
by Lilith.
It's too big.
But I do consider her family. I want her back as much as you do.
The fan family is so strong in this episode.
Yeah.
Fun fact: this was the first
Whoa.
episode. This was the first episode of the Owl House I ever reacted to.
Right.
So we've basically come full circle.
Nice.
Once you've healed her as promised, I am sure she will become
Oh.
an asset to the coven.
He's not gonna though, is he? He didn't.
You
plan
see
to.
that? You see? Is that magic?
No, that's technology. That.
Do you remember when we were talking about
Farts. I got caught.
magic and technology earlier in the
Did.
season?
Yeah.
Mm. It's all levels. There's levels to this show, kid. Levels.
Don't touch her! Lilith! Don't let him hurt her! Lilith!
taking her to the healing ceremony?
Oh
I
my.
will not be healing her.
Oh, you're stupid.
Mhm.
Don't be so naive, Lilith.
Oh, you're stupid. Now you're.
All wild witches must be dealt with before the day of unity. You understand,
Dealt with.
don't you?
Do you see what you did? This is worse than a wanted poster moment. This is curse your own sister moment.
For the crime of attacking a coven leader and refusing to join a coven, Edelyn Clotthorn's body shall be petrified in stone. Today, sundown.
I don't want to spoil it, but that was Auntie's last appearance this season.
Oh no! She broke her leg.
Yeah, I know. So she can't exactly
And
help.
so they were just like, yeah, she's in bed now.
Yeah.
But how are we gonna get to the conformatorium in time?
I love that he was like, oh! That's so good.
Now I'll have my revenge and you'll have front row seats to Ida's demise.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, this is the moment you just see how much better she is at magic and how much she's grown.
She's been practicing.
She's in the holding cell in the dungeon.
Draw me a map.
Well, she doesn't know.
Nice.
She's going to be here trying to save Ida, and we'll be here to save her when she needs us. Let's split up and find her.
Eee, look at these two. Look at them go.
And you drew her a map?
Shall capture the human.
That's the thing in like the in the things. It's always like, where is she? Place name. The character doesn't know what that is.
Yeah.
So I like that. They had to draw a map.
It's my fault you got captured.
No, listen to me. I'm here because of my own actions. I don't regret anything. I lived freely and I got to meet you.
Oh.
But we're a family. Us weirdos have to stick together, remember?
You have a family already. Go back to them.
Oh.
I love you, Ida.
I love you too, kiddo.
Huh? There's condensation on my eyeballs. Aye. Ah!
I'm sorry.
Oh no.
Goodbye, Luce.
And now, I will take you down.
I just want to talk.
Talk to the glyph, witch.
Oh, best line of the entire show.
What's wrong with you?
Loose.
Ah.
I deserve to be in Edelyn's place.
Why did you do all this?
When Edelyn and I were younger, we were the best of friends.
Bit of backstory.
Oh,
The young actress they got to play Ida like captures like Wendy's like inflections and timbre perfectly.
Spell declared, let the pain be shared.
One spot is available. You duel tomorrow. The winner will join our ranks.
What? You can't do that.
Emperor Bellos always said, to be great you have to make sacrifices. What would he do in my situation? I found a spell that would take away her powers.
Oh.
I refuse to battle my sister.
See,
I've decided the covens aren't really my style.
it sounds like
It
an
is.
exact younger version.
Listen.
She walked away.
Oh, it's good. Oh goodness. Oh, don't throw rocks. That's me. Where did they get rocks from? Eee.
All right, Lilith. I don't like your whole deal.
Deal. That was so well animated. But there's home. Ah.
Hey, Luce. You need a minute? No, I'm coming.
Yeah, but something's going on back home. Who's writing all them letters to your mum? We're not going to talk about that for a while, huh?
It's a mystery.
Why do I sound like Hootie? What are we going to talk about who's writing letters to your mom.
Petrification process is about to begin.
Oh no. No,
See,
no,
again,
no.
that's technology.
No, it is.
Wait, why are there no guards around?
Oh, they knew she would do that because they were like, oh heck, we didn't tell her.
Head Coven leader Lilith is now in the holding cage, escorted by what appears to be a deranged cat. I'm live!
Dad, you have to stop. Yeah, what's
Dad,
happening to you?
it's his dad. It's his dad.
I knew that.
I didn't know that.
She helps me stay in business.
She helped me love teaching again.
Aw.
After she left.
Let Ida go! Let Ida go! Let Ida go!
Look at Bump. There he is.
Look at our little baby starting a revolution.
I know. Oh.
It's the giant worm thing from the intro.
Had enough.
Not even close.
Oh, pokey poke.
If you want to save your mentor, give me the portal to the human realm.
Why you need that?
TikTok human. The owl lady doesn't have much time left.
No! Fine.
Huh? What are you doing? Luce?
You just asked what Luce was doing.
I may have lost, but so have you.
The smartest thing she's
Oh,
ever done.
Yes! Oh, Luce! Yes! Oh,
You were about to
kiddo!
call that a wanted poster moment.
I was ready! And she proved me wrong. Oh, this kid. Oh, now she's an owl and half rock. That's helpful.
Ida, are you okay?
As good as I'll ever be.
Just cash, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, she can fly now. That's nice. Whoosh.
Wish.
Whoosh.
Her curse will strip away all her powers. Let her monstrous form be a lesson about the dangers of wild magic.
Or cursing your own sister, maybe.
Maybe.
I should have done this a long time ago. With this spell declared, let the pain be shared.
Oh, they got the different eye colors now.
I can teach you what I know, and what we don't know, we can learn together.
Oh. Oh, look at this. This is so good.
Thanks, kid. I look forward to that.
It's a strange feeling, having gone through so much and not having you here to share.
Oh.
I don't know when or how I'm gonna see you again.
Oh.
Para mí. Te quiero.
We'll be keeping an eye on the inhabitants of the Owl House.
Oh.
In the meantime, the Day of Unity is almost upon us, and we have much work to do.
Oh, look, she's got two different colours of eyes. Oh. Stop.
Yeah, we're not watching season 2 just yet. So, that was The Owl House season 1.
That was the Owl House. We did it.
Let's start with thoughts on the episode, then we'll move on to thoughts on the show as a whole, even though we've pretty much talked about most things.
Oh, yeah.
So, obviously, we start out with Luce and King deciding to go save Ida.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, let's go!
Yeah, yeah.
And Luce is so misplaced confidence that she tries to pick up a weapon that's too heavy for her to hold. And we're like, ah.
Well, yeah. We
Never mind.
love to see it, though. Yeah. And, so they decide to go save Ida. They're going to go to the conformatorium,
Yeah.
and they get there by standing on the grass.
Yes.
Which is
That's so good.
that is one of the most underrated jokes in the entire show.
So good.
Yes. So that happens.
Yeah.
And so Luce goes in, and then we see just how well she's gotten at using magic.
Yeah. It's so good. She's learned and
Mm.
she's kept learning. It's like exponential. She did one spell, now she's like, woo! So much so that she could now teach 2 powerful witches how to witch again.
Well, ex-powerful witches.
2 ex-powerful witches how to witch again.
Mm-hmm. Lilith. Because
Yes.
we had some thoughts on it for the rest of the season.
Yes.
And then in this episode, there's a tinge of good.
I feel like there was a promise that was kept to her, and she was thinking about that promise the whole time.
Just
Healed.
complete tunnel
And
vision.
the whole healing thing is just, it makes me go, ooh, because I've seen things before where it's like, we'll heal you. It's like, ha.
It just the
Conformatorium.
how cultish now the healing can begin.
Exactly. That kind of thing. And I guess she's been seeing that, and then as soon as she finds out that, no, we're gonna do that, you know, everything's sort of shattered for her, she's like, oh no, my mistake cannot be undone now, apart from by me. So I guess she's kind of like, well, you know, if this promise was broken, so I should save my sister. And I think it was a good moment for her to decide to finally do that.
Yeah.
A bit late, but you know.
12th hour, but...
Yeah.
Okay.
She got there in the end.
Yeah, you know, it was a process.
I think we've got an upgrade from wanted poster moments. Like, Luce has a wanted poster moments, but the really big mess ups are the cursing your sister moments.
Oh, yes. After that heart-wrenching scene of Lucinida.
Yeah. Oh, my heart was properly wrenched. You know, they got a wrench and stuck it in. And
Yep, Yep,
Right.
Just, that moment, just... Because it's just like, you thought, like, Ida's speech in the last episode.
Yeah.
Just like her going away speech. And then just like, they both said they
like,
love each
no.
other, and it's just like, it's just... The found family is the strongest it's ever been, and it's
I love
only gonna get stronger from this point on.
As a person who has a found family, it's good to see the found family thing being like validated. But then also in this one, there's the added element of like the weirdos got to stick together, and like, the ones who don't conform to
that
things.
callback when Luce brings that back, because we haven't heard that in quite a few episodes.
We haven't, no. And then she brought it back, and I was like, oh, it's a callback.
So Emperor Belos
is a perplexing figure.
How did I know you were going to say figure? Remember, he's not using magic.
No, he's not.
using
He's
technology.
Which makes me
Yes,
think
but
he's...
what we saw him transform himself. Like, look, if I slowed it down for you, you'd see it.
Yeah, there was
but it's like, you know, when you when Luce has like the ice thing on, it sinks down and shows up again behind her.
Yeah, so
that was just a legally delicious taste of what's to come with his character.
Yeah, it feels like maybe he's from like Luce's world and came to the Boiling Isles and found like all the power there and was like, oh heck yeah, I'm gonna take this for myself and tell people that only I should be able to say who's in what cult or whatever. And then like, you know, took the power from all like the magic.
Yeah, I can neither confirm or deny that because we actually don't know. We've gotten to a point where you just stumbled upon a mystery that hasn't been revealed in the show yet.
No way.
That's how close we're getting to being caught up.
That's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
That's exciting.
So after that, they go to the human realm.
They do. For
and
a bit.
Luce can't use magic there.
No.
Which is... It doesn't seem like a very, like, big detail, but you've got to think about it just like, you know... If Luce goes back home...
She basically...
She's back...
She's
no
back
magic.
home. Yeah.
Yeah.
She can't go back either, so it's like, what now? You know?
Well, we'll get to the portal in a moment.
Yeah, the portal thing.
Yeah, because ooh, I said we're going in order, but we're still just hip hopping all over the place.
We do anyway.
Yeah, I know we do. This is normal.
Yeah.
This is just an average
This
Tuesday.
is fine.
Average Friday.
Average Friday.
So.
Trying to think of where the chronology goes.
I'm trying to just think of what to talk about next. So. Losing him on blah 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 blah.
Yes.
Fine, we'll talk about the portal. But just just like Luce gives up like the portal,
like,
and you just like no, and I was just the thing is I was biding my time because I just like wait,
You knew that I was gonna say it, and I was like,
Yeah, I knew you were gonna say it, because then as soon as you saw her, like, pull up the glyph, I was
Yeah.
just like, remember I said, why she do that? This
I
is
was like,
why.
yes!
Because she is so smart. Like I said,
She
creative
is.
problem
I mean,
solving is
it was-
Luce's biggest strength.
But it was what Ida had said to her, and she actually listened.
Like, yeah,
She said, when you get to the other side, destroy the portal with your fire magic.
but she couldn't do that
But
on the other side.
She couldn't do it on the other
But
side.
also consider how much of a sacrifice that is.
Yeah, but
Because
also, like...
she did for a moment.
But it's like...
She did debate
This
running
was-
back home.
This wasn't just not a wanted poster moment. This was the opposite of a wanted poster moment. Because she actually listened to Ida's advice, as well as using her powers for something.
For once.
Yeah.
But yeah, because there was that brief moment where she, considered.
She looked back and she was like, heck, what do I do about this? And then she was like, nah, I gotta go save my friends. And I guess if you're in
Even
the
then,
place with all the magic...
just that brief hesitation, it adds so much to her character.
I feel like if you're in the place with all the magic and portals and stuff, you're probably on the better side to be able to go, like, back. There's probably more opportunities to be able to go back to that one than from the other one, and she probably had that in her head. She was like, I have to go save. Ida.
Let's talk about Willow and Gus.
They're just supportive. They were like, she's gonna have gone in there. We're gonna be here to save her.
I just adore how the episode, even though it focused so heavily on everything going on, but even then it gave Willow and Gus such a great little subplot.
Yeah.
Even though in the end they didn't really do all that much, it was very meaningful.
They were yeah.
Because it's also the fact it was another example of just how much more confident Luce has helped them become. Like
exactly.
Willow just took a news reporter's microphone and just started a revolution out of nowhere, and I'm so proud of her.
I know, it's so good. Oh. Yeah, and he was like, Dad.
Yeah,
He's
and then,
talking on this like, hey Dad.
I love how you just was like, that's his dad, and I'm just like, yeah, I know, I've
That's
seen the
his
show
dad.
before. That's the whole point of this. That was the whole point of this. We're getting even closer to the Vicky Does Know show.
Yeah. Wow, imagine.
We've touched on all the technology, and just like, but again, just going back to it very quickly, you see a huge theme of this series is nature versus technology.
Right.
Because Luce, gets all her magic from nature, connecting to the island.
Right.
Bellows, it's all artificial.
Yeah.
Which also says a lot about their characters, because Bellows claims to have a connection to the Titan, in essence, the island.
Right.
But he doesn't, because he doesn't have the
He
magic.
has technology, doesn't he? So it's kind of
No.
But then if
Says
if
one
Luce,
thing, does the
if
other.
Luce has like more connection with nature, then it might be that she, in the end, probably would have more connection with the island.
Yeah. What do you think the Day of Unity is going to be?
It's going to be terrible. It sounds propaganda-y, that's what I can say.
Sounds very propaganda-y, but it's also
like a
think
copy
about
taking
this.
a good look.
The Day of Unity. Again, I'm also just saying this is another thing we don't know. Like, they have not revealed this in the show yet. We're not up to that point.
Ooh, I'm imitating an old-fashioned ambulance.
Why? What do you think?
Well, he wants the portal for something. He didn't want to. He said like the Titan isn't boorish and doesn't want to like come and destroy a world. But Day of Unity sounds like he's gonna open up a portal. Well, he's got the portal now, sort of. He's got pieces. He can be putting it back together like Monsters Inc. The whole thing about like wild witches comes in there as well, because like if this person's trying to get people to conform so that he can use their power, to open this thing up, and if he can make people go a certain way and do what he wants, then he can get what he wants with the portal. But then you got like the wild witches who were like, no, that's stupid, what are you talking about? So he has to kind of squash those people for it to be so that he can get what he wants.
Right, so they have all that, they free everyone, then, they fly back home, finally, and then Lilith shares the curse.
That was sweet.
Yeah.
I think that was fair enough.
Yeah, good.
Good choice.
Good, yeah.
Good choice.
You doing okay,
You're doing
sweetie.
okay.
You're doing okay.
Yeah, and the fact that it was so sweet when Luce was like, I'll teach you how to do it. I'll teach you how to do magic. You can do my magic.
And then,
And they're like, oh. But then if she has a connection to like nature, then them learning magic kind of from her and getting stronger with her, like means that they're also going to be connected to nature, which means that they're going to pose a threat to the Emperor
Oh yeah.
and his Day of Unity.
Indeed.
This is our posing of threat dance.
Yes.
Oh, we're connected to nature and we're posing a threat.
Okay. So. And then obviously at the end, Luce making a video for her mom, even though she won't get to see it.
That's sweet. It shows that she's got like a bit of hope.
Yeah.
You know.
No, I mean, you know, it's
She feels like
misplaced confidence.
It feels like she's got like what is it? What was I gonna say? Like she feels like she did the right thing.
Oh yeah.
But then also she's like,
I mean, well,
I gotta hope that I can go home at some point.
it was a
It would be
heroic
good if I could.
sacrifice.
It was, yeah.
Well, it was. It's also the fact you've got to think about where Luce's head was,
Yeah.
because basically, she debated going back home. It had nothing to do with. It was purely because, you know, obviously she would feel like she's in over her head and all this.
Right. Yeah.
But she went back because her mum is great, alright, because I just need to specify that. There was a huge issue with people just demonising Camilla because of, you know, her actions in the first episode, sending Luz away, telling her fantasy world is holding her back, all that stuff.
Right.
And that's a big, like, topic in the fandom.
Right, yeah.
So, controversy in the fandom,
Okay,
let's say.
right, yeah.
So,
I don't
you
think
know,
that's necessarily, like,
no, that's
terrible
not.
of
But
a
it's also
person.
the fact you think about, you know, she's found this group of people, this second family, who not only encourage all of her interests and, you know, also share them, but understand her and actively, you know, want to help her achieve her dreams.
Yeah. I feel like then, like, her mum would be proud of her for this kind of thing. And I feel like a lot of the people who, like, dislike the mum character for that reason perhaps feel like, you know, there are people in their life who are saying that kind of same thing, so they think, oh, her mum must be a bad person because, you know, she's doing this, but it might not necessarily be true.
Yeah.
You know, it might be that, I mean, we've had a lot of hints that Luce doesn't necessarily get on with people, like, back home, at school. She doesn't have very many friends, and perhaps she spends a lot of time kind of by herself, and she's not very, she's not very confident integrating, and so she spends a lot of time in this fantasy world. So you can understand how, like, a parent in that situation might be a bit worried about their kid, like, constantly being in the sort of fantasy land instead of, you know, trying to just accept themselves for themselves so that they can make friends with people who will understand them. And I think the fact that she's learnt that in this world is probably something that her mum would be, you know, proud of.
That kind of just brings us into just thoughts on the season and the show in general.
It's good.
It's like, did you ever think when we started watching the first episode it would have turned into this?
It was promising from the start. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's from top to bottom. It's been pretty well.
Oh yeah.
Pretty well done. You know, I don't think there was ever an episode where I was like, no.
No, there's just like, that's the thing about the show. There was just not a single bad episode. Everything just seems so meticulously thought out and planned.
Well put together.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not lazy in any way.
Oh no.
Any point.
Never.
Yeah, it's good.
A hot tip: the Owl House is good.
Yeah, it's my hot take for today.
So, Grom to that episode.
Yeah.
That is what the entire show is from this point on.
Right.
It gets a lot more sarcastic and a lot more horrifying.
Nice.
It's so
sarcastic and horrifying.
Yeah,
those are two things about me. Yeah. Sarcastic and horrifying.
Yes. What are your hopes for season 2 when we eventually start watching it?
Ooh, I hope to see some. I don't know. I hope that there's more of like Lilith and Ida being, you know, sisters, and maybe there's going to be some growth in this relationship. They'll make it a bit nicer, you know, and maybe. I don't know. Oh, definitely some more of Amity. For sure.
Are there any new characters? Any characters you're interested in, like, finding more about?
I mean, obviously everyone wants to find out about the Emperor. That's the elephant in the room. Sorry, Nelly.
Don't you want to learn more about Amity's parents?
A bit, yeah. I feel like they could like fit into this somewhere or other.
They could.
Maybe.
They,
And even if they don't,
they could indeed it.
and even if they don't, I want to find out more about why they treat their daughter like that.
And
Please.
how about the mysterious figure at the end of the episode, who Emperor Bello said is going to be keeping an eye on the owl
Yeah,
house?
who's that gonna be? Ooh, who's that gonna be? And is he gonna be one of them, like, who just is in their house now and as a friend, and then betrays them, or is he gonna be just standing on a hillside nearby looking?
You'll find out fairly soon.
What are we doing? Oh, they put the wash now. Never mind.
You'll find out what his deal is very very
goodness.
soon. I just spoiled it's a he. Okay.
It doesn't matter. Pronouns.
Yeah, no.
That's it.
In this show, I
One
mean,
thing
you
I know
know
is pronouns.
Yeah. What a journey.
Yeah.
What a sassy shoulder journey.
Woo.
If you happen to be new around here, feel free to subscribe and comment down below as it helps me out a whole lot. Also, liking the video wouldn't hurt either.
Who's gonna be new around here on the final episode of the season? They're like, I'm gonna skip to the end.
Well, no, because to be fair, people do that. Sometimes they just want to watch reactions to specific episodes.
Come on. If you're here and this is your first episode that you've seen, you need to go back and watch all the others.
And as always, a huge, massive thank you to the wonderful, beautiful souls Caleb Abington, the Wacky Deli, Juan C, and Jason S for supporting me over on Patreon.
Oh, you wonderful, beautiful souls. I bet they watched from the beginning. Didn't they? They watched from the beginning, from the first episode to the last one.
Don't threaten the people that support me
I'm
financially.
not threatening them. I'm not threatening them. No, I'm saying that they did. They're the good example that we should all follow.
Okay, alright. If you want to support the future of this channel and me as a creator, you can do so by heading over and becoming a member of my Patreon, which will be linked in the description and comments down below.
Yeah, maybe you could even, if you did that, you could even send us straight your, like, headcanons and stuff. You're like,
Oh.
here are my headcanons. Here's what I think's gonna happen.
Well, that'd be a nice thing to do,
Yeah,
though. When we
it would,
eventually get
wouldn't
caught
it?
up, we could start each new reaction with a little segment called,
If you-
Headcanon Corner.
Yeah, headcanon corner, that's good.
I love that. But of course, it's entirely optional, and I greatly appreciate every single person who watches and enjoys my content. Thanks so much for watching, folks, and we'll see you real soon.
See you next season.